So let's figure out the IUPAC name for this compound here. It's an alkane, so the first step will be finding the longest chain and naming it. So we can see that that longest chain goes straight through the middle of the compound. And let's count how many carbons it has. So it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And we treat this longest chain in terms of naming it like an unbranched alkane. So 8 carbons, that's going to be an octane. Now we're going to identify the substituents in step 2. And we're going to put them in alphabetical order because that's how they'll show up in the name. So we have a 2-carbon substituent. So one 2-carbon substituent is one ethyl group. We don't need a Greek prefix there because there's just one. If we have more than one, we do need a prefix. On the lower side, we have 3 1-carbon substituents, or alkyl groups, and those are methyl groups. And 3 methyl groups, we call that trimethyl. Step 3, let's give numbers to the carbons in the parent chain that will give the lowest numbers to the substituents. So we can number it left to right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, or from right to left, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So how do we pick which numbering system to use? We're going to use the first point of difference rule to choose between the green or the orange numbers. And so this first point of difference rule says that we want to choose the numbering direction that gives the lower number to the first point of difference, that is, where we see a substituent first versus not seeing a substituent. And so what I mean by that is, let's look at the orange numbering. 1, 2, we run into a substituent on carbon 2. The green numbering, 1, 2, 3. It's not until the 3rd carbon that we find the first substituent. So we choose the orange numbering system because we want the lower number for the first substituent. Let's say that in both directions we found a substituent at the 2nd carbon. Well, then we look at the next point of difference, and we will choose the direction that has the lower number for the 2nd substituent, and so on. So the orange numbering system wins, and we're going to go right to left with our numbers. So step 4, we're going to put it all together, and we're going to start with the number and substituent of the alphabetically first substituent, which is ethyl. Our number for ethyl is 5, since ethyl group is on the 5th carbon. Ethyl, we don't give a prefix because there's just one ethyl group. And then the number for the methyl groups. We have 3 methyl groups, so we need to give 3 numbers for the 3 locations. 2, 4, and 6 are the carbons on which we have methyl groups. And we have trimethyl, since there are 3 methyl groups. And then finally, the name of the parent chain, which is octane. So let's redraw it for clarity. The name of this compound is 5-ethyl 2,4,6-trimethyl octane. If this video was helpful, please subscribe, and if you have any questions, leave it in the comments, or if you want me to do a particular compound and give the logic behind the naming of a particular compound, please let me know in the comments.